that comes up with our own.
Double duelist with a breach. I mean, they're going to absolutely send it.
But I'm excited to see what they're going to do.
The side hits are going to be crazy.
On that defense,
FUT on defense, Liquid on
attack.
tank.
The most aggressive players on Earth. I can only assume that there's going to be some combos to try and catch people off guard. And I'm guessing they thought they lost a bit more control than they had.
Fake B.
Full stun, everybody running
They
to the
clear it pretty early though.
There is nobody there.
Yeah, they were rushing to the wall to defend the breach.
And then goes the solo A-hold. Now we got a Phoenix lock.
Paying his life for that information, and a lurk from Camo that is far behind the pack. I'll struggle to anticipate this one as the A site's been lost. The spike trailing a little bit worryingly. And all's well and good as Camo catches the double on the lurk, the triple evading.
They got some great pistols on him.
Giving FUT a chance, but a slim one.
This plays off their last pistol that they did as well, where they ended B on their last pistol. If they did try and anti a pistol, it might have helped selling it.
Finding that space and then exploiting it when players tried to rotate. Nat might be the master of it, but
look at this gun, is in the bandit, it's so strong.
Players over on that Liquid roster, and we've said it before, a Crostali clutch is not that rare anymore. It's something he does regularly, but this one, with 3 players lined up,
nah, I mean, this ain't happening.
He's almost questioning whether he wants to give the orb over.
Well, the choice might not be his. Nats has a sneaking suspicion that he knows where this man might be, and well, he looked the wrong way. Crostali finding one before going down, but an opening for Team Liquid that I think is very welcome after the stall out in the second half of Haven.
Yeah, I think it's going to take a bit to sort of reset after that one. Really sort of gain that confidence back. But I also think going into this map, even if they had the sort of like loss on Haven, they would have gone, okay, but we're going to win some.
Can this be a one and done? I mean, maybe.
Really spent a lot of time
their attack,
reinventing
again,
the
their
wheel
attack
while
XX
also
should be
playing
very
plans
strong.
at the same time and not playing this map. So,
and I guess they have like nothing really to stop them other than like a Viper smoke.
I think it's going to take some proving that they have some legs on this map, and I do kind of have the expectation, as always, that they'll be better on the attack.
Not sure I'm ever on board for breach on this map though. But
yeah, I was there. It was that's one that Liquid will be quick to forget. Although the good thing is, you know, we said after that first half they didn't have a lot to learn from. And
Purpo scouts out all the B.
Well, look, lots of tape there to go
got
back
an orb.
over.
They confirm the spike.
Always look on the bright side. You win or you learn.
One's taking the risks.
Not looking to learn the hard way here on map number 2.
Yes.
Should be a clean follow-up. A risk taken by Nats, the man with the Spectre. Usually you'd see the pistol, and possibly the pistol who's one away from having the orb that you really like, but instead, no one's getting
yeah,
an
low
orb.
far furious again, another map.
This is disgusting. It's disrespectful.
But no one can resist it.
To the opposition. Frankly, league officials have to do something about that. No, it's a wise way to close out the round. And you know what we asked for a while, you know, would we see anyone go down to the door? Well, there's a crafty little usage of it. Deny orbs
I like
on the other
how
side.
Richard, like, Sop's like, move over. I'm not gonna get crushed by the door. 2-0. No orbs gained, and I think especially with Camo looking to get towards.
I mean, they basically got a full bio bit. They get rid of the Marshall.
Attack side rounds.
The only thing they kind of keep in that isn't great is the Spectre, and even then, the Spectre's pretty legit these days.
The defense are already getting aggressive.
Yeah, this is the weird thing about the Astra smoke. It actually gives you a lot of space.
But there's a second layer to this.
On these, a lot of time it's not like a full one-way. Like he could easily connect that with a smoke and just create pressure. Lose middle and reaction prowler over towards B, doesn't spot anything, so they group on middle.
Plan was to throw out a wide net in this round because the spike was all the way back.
Well, how ready is Kicks for this?
Now being retrieved, but the defense are not just sitting pretty. They're looking to clear some of these closer angles.
Ooh, super ready, man. It's pretty fast.
And Yenerge had already gone back to the A site.
And?
Kicks has gone back to clear Crostali, but FUT are the ones to come out ahead in that fight. An even playing field now. The numbers not there to defend. Sociable a little off the angle.
It's a great smoke on that as well. What a one-way.
Beautiful little one-way thrown up. A cloudburst to set himself up for success. A door he closed himself.
Another pistol into a bonus. It's another great start into a map. We've been here before.
3-0. Well, reminiscent of Haven. A strong start indeed.
Yeah, this round looked incredibly comfortable for them. They had the expectation of aggression, but then they just pause for a little bit. They wait patiently for the defensive side to try and make a move, try and get aggressive. And other than Purpo entering into the site, the remaining kills of the rounds were pretty much just all them waiting for players to walk into the angles. It's definitely something the FUT are going to have to consider in future rounds. And on this one, it seems like SOP just wants to deny that orb control. Even still, though, for Liquid. A group up of 4, a lurker of Nats. This is kind of what you expect to be the norm.
Well, I won't make any statements about the difficulty of Yedderjay's day, but he does have a lot of opponents on the other side.
4th rounds, yeah.
As it fades, he drops back.
Normally the one that people lose.
He might have given himself a corner to fight from, but
are they scared to put the Phoenix ult into it? Yes, they are.
Spot them on the way out, do some damage. Mission failed, and it's on to Yedderjay to hold the line. One, really more than you could even expect from him. It's not enough.
Not bad at all. Might be able to get Omen ult and Phoenix ult for next round.
Facing into a plant and a run it back for Camo. Hell, if they get the run it back out of him, that's great.
Yeah, there's no way.
You want to make this as costly as possible for a Liquid 3-0 up that has a ton of credits in the bank. And with only one player rebuying, like bits of utility, it's not enough to keep that economy modest. Camo!
Okay.
Like I got lost.
He's asleep at the wheel. The ultimate can't be pulled out.
What is that?
Tracks with the pre-fire.
Dude, what is that? Dude, he just pre-fires and just holds the line like a laser beam.
Read on the game than he does in those moments.
Wait, I know he had the run-in, but I've never really seen anyone do it like that.
Cameron's still the highlight for me. He's just walked in backwards. Just fully.
Well, you know, you'd never shoot a guy in the back, right?
He just stuck his cheeks through, man. I'm not like, what is that?
Hey, that they insta-melted when they turned that corner, though. That's insane.
That's crazy.
Shayesta with the prime. Appreciate the 5 months. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you.
Yes.
He already had it.
What's on the breach on the summit? I'm not a fan, man.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
Them to have an orb. Ultimate online.
It might make sense on attack, but we'll see.
Didn't really manage to find anything off the back of it. The breach thus far hasn't shown its value, but this is where
this is the problem with the Sova, right? Even though the recon looks good, because of the little ledges, you can kind of just tuck the walls here and not get hit by that. Recon doesn't do that much.
But at the expense of a fair amount of utility. In fact, the entire
I think you're better off just going like lower in the corners with the recon.
The stars have gone as well.
Like I feel like this one would be strong. Can maybe get it so close into the corner that you can't shoot it from here-ish.
Yeah, they ran back early from B main. It looks like they expect some sort of a crunch to come their way. Very hesitant in that early fight. That sense of trepidation replaced by patience on mid. Zeus
his aim's looking great. Who's middle again? Prowler goes over towards B. This time it's spots one. Double Prowler, but they didn't do anything.
A few targets coming his way. The first locked in with ease. He's managed to backpedal his way to the B site.
30 seconds left.
Only gap really though is Purpo. Even if he doesn't catch Yedderjay here, it's about him sneaking through. They've left the door open and only now go to check it. Luckily, Kicks is caught. FUT still standing just about in this round with an advantage.
God, they still need something from Yedderjay. Either just survival or at least getting one. They're going to slow them down. The spike has been caught, but never mind. Yedderjay doesn't
tunnel visioned on the 2.
There. So even though it's going to be a late plant, it is going to be a plant nonetheless. Back into a 3v3 scenario. Operator given over to Sociable because he's low on HP. They're going to have to try and clear this back corner, and Purpo hasn't really been missing today. SOP at least waking up, but also you got that crossfire held by Camo, and Trex is also watching.
There's so many like big jewels that Liquid went out.
Onto the side, but the patience of Camo is rewarded. A chance for a lineup, and SOP knows that time is ticking away. They need him
very nice
to pull off the 4K, and in this occasion he will.
Got close on this. They win one, but with only one remaining. So if they lose the next,
they even attributed
their money's gonna be non-existent.
To the force by success.
What's your favorite Vandal skin?
Now early on,
I either use Prime Vandal or is it Zero Fang? Zero Fang? I think that's what I use. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I mean, he might as well have had 0. It looked like he had the most uncomfortable half that I've seen
God,
from
is that what I
him down
use?
on that stage.
I don't even know what it's called.
Even on the other stage. But here we go. FUT on the board now with 1. The gap not quite as big as it was before, and SOP online early.
Liquid looking to try and find a
What is this
recovery.
recon? Oh, it's nice.
Let's
That's pretty
listen in
fast.
to their team comms to see if they have the answer.
Oh, the block. Wait, we finally going to see the double TP? Oh, he missed it though. Dude, the double TP, like this is strong, man. You can go top box. Or you can go floor behind Astra's wall. Sorry. Viper wall.
Can you close the door? White eyes. You did see anyone here, yeah? They only walked out.
Spike down. A.
Sitter. Nice try. So he has this one kill.
What a round from Yedije.
Yeah, it's nice from Yedije. Did he miss the Omen TP or what?
Mastery of positioning.
You got to go right to the edge of the box.
The early fight, I think you even hear someone.
See it in the
I
replay.
don't see anyone, and then TP's into the smoke, and he's able to
saw
find
him other side. He didn't go deep enough.
multiple players caught off guard. Like, look at the amount of
Yeah, the
times
exec
people
of that
just
was
look
not
in the
great,
wrong
man.
way with
He
Yedije
didn't even go. He
walking
didn't even
around
reach the
corner.
first box.
This is a nigh on perfect round from him as a site anchor, and it's something that you always worry about when you see a Sentinel player switch over to a smoke. Like, can they still hold the site as well as that?
You meant to go
Well,
top
in
box
this case, he
into
can.
top box, or at least with their wall. I mean, I like the fact that they changed their wall that went a little bit left, so it would give him a cubby here. Like, that's pretty cool. They just messed it up, the execution. Mate, Kix is having a nightmare right now.
Sky high yet again. And Yedije with another block built on
Tell you what though, they pull him away from the site. There's a Viper roll. Does he go close before he uses it?
Flank on the way.
The smoke's still
I
up.
don't think Trex is ready for what's coming around that corner, and Cristalli, the first man, was more than enough.
Wait, this is tough now. Because you got that pit on the site.
Yeah, the problem with this pit is everywhere can just get spammed apart from this corner.
So even though you have the pit, you are
So if they kill this guy,
the flash leaves Purpo completely blind. Into the site goes one, and
Oh,
already they are getting wiped out. That Viper's pit barely lasted
and they
a
need a timeout.
second on the retake. And from what was an early streak of rounds from Liquid, looking reminiscent of the last map.
Yeah, you need to go a little deeper with it, man. There's no spaces.
Is the credits
You're just waiting to get
the
wrecked.
side of FUT and their streak of rounds of their own.
It is starting to feel exactly like Haven, but a little bit sped up. Liquid not making it as far into the lead as FUT. Again on the back, it plays from Yedije. This time with SOP. They fight their way not just through this.
Breach value? I mean, the breach damage is pretty good.
Not just the attack inside, but the pit
Nice to
get
see a
back
team,
in like that.
Wait, listen to me sometimes. I love it.
The flanks are one thing. Okay.
Oh, he's gone for it.
Celebratory Kit Kat. That's how you
No,
know
fine.
it's a good day. And a timeout from Team Liquid.
We
as
told
they
him
have
to
seen
go
those
for it.
last 3
He
rounds
actually went for
fly
it.
right by. They don't want to let any more slip. But it's going to be difficult now to break FUT. This is now a team that has solutions. The flank worked.
I kind of like how they played that, though.
And the way they got back into that
The 3-person push through mid is nice, man. Especially when you're up against ults, you don't want to get wrecked on site.
Very frustrating is just
They played far back for the Omen
how
ult.
much Liquid are focusing on middle control, and we saw Zeus dry peek it. We saw I think SOP at one point dry peek it. Like, and not even like they didn't even look like they were expecting anybody to be there. They were just like, oh, I'm dead.
They were peeking like deep, like close mid, while the guys just sat back and spawned holding.
It's just like silly aggressive peaks, and now we're seeing them play into the retake. Okay, one of those rounds is SOP running around with an operator. Another round is Yedije just basically dominating the site. Like, maybe not the most recreatable in the world, but I think now we look to Liquid and see, okay, what have you picked up from this? And it might be to try and put a little bit more pressure on that B site. They've been leaning towards A in a lot of these rounds, and when you're able to pick off Yedije, I think that works, but now he's causing the problems, and while speaking of problems, they
God, it just gets worse and worse, man. They're coming up with a new plan. They're getting an exec on. Dude, they got Spike around the corner. They haven't seen it yet.
It may still be.
Now they see it.
Timing there as well. SOP has slipped the gaze of Kix. That could work out in favor for Liquid. A man behind enemy lines.
Swendo, thanks so much for the prime. Appreciate the 24 months. The breach value, the back-to-back breach value, holy.
Running forward, making noise, drawing their eye. The molly to slow them down, but they ran through it. Zeus gave his life for the play.
What's going on here?
Kix strikes for only one.
Dude, you could tell they hadn't been in this
Advantage
situation
that could have been greater, but he's willing to
many
capitalize
times.
early as the second layer of the flank comes through. If the second isn't
Nice
enough,
shots
the
from
third
Kicks.
would be. Purpo joining him now. They've got the spike on lockdown and only SOP to deal with. But
They
this
don't know
isn't
where he
that
is.
half-one SOP of before. This is one who's confident. Look at the aggression. Walking out into mid with an op. And if he keeps going, he might just cut them off.
Oh, it's all down to
He's
timing.
actually
If any of them
predicted that they're
stay,
going here.
Seconds left.
It's game over. Does he? He's watching. He's watching. He's looking in the right direction. I don't know how he knows, but he does. He's seen him reading off where they go, and he's trying to get round the corner with a shorty. I don't know if he expected Kicks to be low. I feel like he should have an idea that he's not. Either way, he's made it back to the site.
10 seconds
Only
left.
one bullet left
Spike planted.
in this shorty. And
Damn,
it's
fair play. Played that so well.
I said at the beginning, the confidence has gone nowhere.
The wall with the
but I
fake,
feel like
with the
it's
fake
elevated to a
footsteps
new
on the
level
left
at
as
this
well.
point.
Yeah, that blunted blade from half
assist
one
with
of
the prime,
Haven
appreciate the
will
26
now,
months.
it's making the rivers
He's
run
flexing on him.
red.
Dude, he's giving it.
flexing on him.
Incredible work from SOP. The push on mid, catching them in spawn. I was worried as well. Will he think they're already on A? Will he look towards long? But no. He had it locked down, and a Red Bull clutch puts foot.
He's still on the
onto
Vice train on this
4
map?
and
For
4.
sure,
This
100%.
map is somewhere that Liquid have shown.
I don't
Even
have a
so,
shadow of doubt.
who are
Because
often regarded as the best of our region, have been embarrassed at their hands when it comes to Summit. But right now, footer on 4
What
in a
duelist
row.
do you like?
They're
A raise if
matching
I can make it
everything
work.
that Liquid are putting down.
I would probably have to have a
And
neon.
soon, they'll be looking like the better squad here if Liquid can't pick up the pace.
Yeah, they're doing it in their own way. There's no doubt about it. Individual brilliance.
Great shot, man. Fair play.
It's like, yeah, I'm going to try and displace his aim by flying up in the air at rapid speed. Not quick enough. Double it, give it to the next person. You're not getting past SOP with that. And again, they look to play into the retake, giving up that A-site control. We've seen post plants from Liquid in this position before, but let's be real, they have a lot less to play with here.
No, of course. He's up
Yeah,
against
he's
the low bar,
picking
and he
them
shows
apart.
No fear. SOP, perhaps a man who needs to cool down. It looks like he's
I thought he hit that.
overheating, but it doesn't
Oh,
have any effect.
he ran
Sociable.
into it.
No man on the other side can kill him. So Sociable does it himself.
I will say, not sociable.
Is that breach impact again?
Oh, no.
SOP
Oh, no.
dives straight
Non-stop.
into that aftershock.
That man was not going to stop unless someone stopped him. Not sure Sociable intended to be that man, but, well,
the far shot,
He
man.
makes things look
What a
so
round.
easy. Sure, it's a weak buy, but
look at him just
there we go.
baiting
Like,
us off
look,
the
that's
end.
where the aftershock went through, and he dives directly into it.
He looks genuinely mad.
Yeah,
with
it's like,
Sociable
what are
there
you
as well.
doing?
Yeah,
It's
what
like,
you
that
doing, mate?
was
You
there
slid into it.
before you moved.
Come on.
And you have to laugh at it from the FUT coaching booth.
It's like when a kid runs into a table. That's what it is
genuinely.
when SOP gets killed by a utility that was there before he ran into it.
If they weren't 4-0 down and now into 5-4, they might be a little bit more worried. There might be a bit more of a serious tone there. Like, all right,
Early
you got
A
3 in
control.
that eco. Slow
I
it
feel like
down, please.
I feel like
But
Liquid need to AD
they
for
are
a
5-4.
little
And
more.
if you do anything to kill SOP's confidence right now, you're making the wrong
create a
play.
little more
The
pressure
guy
over
is
towards
feeling
him.
it.
This is
And
good.
for Team
From
Liquid,
Kicks.
they have to find a way to cancel him out.
Like that has happened all the time.
Ult thrown towards the B site. It does get SOP to rotate.
What
And they
the?
picked off Zeus. Nats is the one
Dude,
taking
Nats
the
has had
double.
enough, man. Use the Phoenix Sword as a
The whole
distraction,
idea
walk
here
through
was to
middle.
get the A site in a much more vulnerable position, and they've done that now.
He had a J left on an island once again. There is a rotation.
Nice shot.
Actually, he's just eliminated Kicks like it was nothing.
SOP's coming to watch us back.
That was
Keep an
almost
eye on
meant to
the,
be the surprise
Cristalli
factor, but
push.
yeah, he's
No gap.
taking the angle. This
gap
was the
anymore.
one position that could be the fly through, and instead, Popo's got to think, well, for a second ago I had a
It's a
gap.
rough round, man.
But that gap dissipated.
Oh.
Trex is in a good spot. Yenergy going through.
Gonna
It's
say,
a
he
little
doesn't
bit too
need to be
much.
doing that, especially as his back
Even
is
still,
covered.
though, it puts it down to a 2 versus 1, and this time, SOP. I was going to say not going to be overconfident, but he is. He's running it down. He's running straight into his opponent. Cristalli has revealed exactly where he is.
SOP
And
is
why not at this
wrecking
point?
him.
SOP is dominating from 2 kills in the first half of the first map to already 13 in the first half of this one.
He kick-started this comeback just like Yedije on Haven.
Ouch.
Much earlier arriving to the party. What a start for Liquid as well. Like, the run it back is used, so that's not a kill. Nats being traded out 2 for 1, but they are so painfully slow in going into A. Even after that first fight, Yedije spots one creeping up on main, and he's given a ton of time.
TMV's clearing you. Bro, they are clearing him right now. You're not wrong. What is this one? What is this one? Oh, he ran out of mouse mat.
Now we can say
it's honestly a nice idea. I'm not even mad. He's
Yeah,
run out of mouse mat. That's it.
Them in this round. An attempted pincer from the B side and crossing into mid. I don't mind the idea, but it has failed miserably, and Yedije is called upon.
Yeah, it could be a little better.
This time, he's baited by the spike.
Like, can you not late? If you stun here, would you not late stun here? Breach damage.
The agent not really necessary. And
Recon at the back.
You had it for free. There you go. I think maybe thought about the knife.
I like the idea though.
Play of Sociable spinning around and looking directly at Nats before walking away.
Kieran, appreciate the prime. Thanks so much for the 7 months.
Our 6 rounds in a row is ended by an end zone flawless.
Kieran.
Oh, let me just check. Yep, someone there. Better keep going.
Oh, dude, how do I say this? Ah, mate, it's unlucky.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I missaw that.
Oh, that's unlucky.
Oh, you did see him.
Okay. Yeah, I think he maybe saw his hand. Never mind. It's not quite as obvious as it looked from his opponent's perspective. Oh, well, 6-5, a chance to be even at the half, but when you're 4-0 up as Liquid on this map of all, yeah, that's a letdown if they can even make it there.
They managed to force Sop back off the angle, but when you lose one angle, another one will reveal itself. Showstopper out, but
dude, kicks, what a savior kill that is.
An important kill to keep his
teammate alive. Great shot from him.
Sop still waiting around middle, but again, this is the Liquid pause, the thing that was working for them.
I mean, every single time they normally cut sound, what would happen is a Fade would re-clear over towards B, but Fade's on A.
Not quite able to pull off the flick. Instead, they're looking to try and clear the man that has been on this A site all the time. I imagine they would consider it to be Yedije, but he's actually swapped up. And although the Cosmic Divide goes down for them, I think it's actually helped out Liquid more.
Leaving that mid space and leaving the door open is a death sentence, and against a man who loves to lurk.
Yeah, it's nice.
Well,
it's like the only pause it could be.
Because he's walked in and everyone's already dead. Catching Cristalli, the cherry on top of this round is Liquid, landing themselves a plant in a 5v2. Viper's Pit available.
I will say it was a nice half from FUT though. They did a lot of good reactions.
Used to cut off those rotations.
The reactions are getting a lot better. Pushes over towards B main. Sometimes they triple push on middle.
Already a damn sight better than it looked like it'd be. They want that lead. And Sop and Yedije have been the 2 players who you can pretty reliably put your money on to be putting those clutches on the board.
Yeah, this would have to be the best of them. So many angles to clear, so many covered, and Trex already going to make sure that this round is an impossibility. I think we're Liquid breaking that momentum again. They weren't able to do it in the last map once their opponents got going, and I think Yedije, he knows there's someone coming from behind eventually, but maybe has accepted his fate.
He wants the freebie kill.
Maybe improve the KD slightly, and he won't even be able to
we got worse KD as well.
Back-to-back in-zone flawlesses for Liquid to close out the half. It's been a storied half, a back and forth, but we will end level in the end.
6-6 for FUT. While a lot has gone right in this series so far, with the head coach temporarily suspended.
Let's see what they do, Brad.
Has had a lot of pressure on his back
if
here
there's an
today.
interview
Looks
on.
like he's handling it well. And we sat down with him, or maybe stood up, I lied last time, before the match. Let's hear what he had to say.
Yeah, we'll stick around for the interview this time.
Bambino, you have said very publicly that you want to play against Team Liquid. Yeah. So, why is that?
I mean, they're a fun team to play, you know? I think they're really cringe in the best ways. Like, they play the cringest setups, and Nats is going to walk all over, right? But I think that makes for fun games. I really respect their coaching staff. I like the way they play. And I think it makes for good Valorant, and that's what I'm here for at the end of the day.
Does it make your job a little bit difficult to try to figure out what's going on? Are you trying to kind of hard ante, oh, Nats likes to take this timing at this point
I actually
in the
think
round?
it makes my job easier.
Right.
When you play against a team like a BBL or an Eternal Fire, you know you're going into a mud bath and it's just going to be a wrestling match and we'll see. Whereas Liquid, they play in quite a structured way. And for me, the structured teams are the easiest teams to find patterns. So I'm feeling confident.
In terms of the time off, Liquid have had quite a bit of time. The playoffs teams that qualified straight there, you were so close to being able to make play-ins just through the groups. I know you said that you quite like playing a lot, but your prep looked great coming into London. How do you kind of balance the ideas in your head of what's better or worse there?
Yeah, I mean, obviously more prep time is always the advantage, right? And had we had our choice, we would have had more prep time and we could have done more of the kind of things we did going into London, you know, maybe some comp changes, some harder ante, things like this. But talking from like the player's perspective, which is the most important at the end of the day, they just want to play the game. They just want to play the game, you know? And so that's where I think we have the advantage in the kind of player side that they're just coming in hot, you know? As coaches, we got the little bit harder job, but I'll take that every day of the week if my players are comfortable.
You've got the harder job?
Well, no, the harder job in terms of the prep, you know?
That's on camera now.
No, don't go quoting me on this.
Thank you very much.
No worries, thanks a lot, mate.
It does seem like he knows what he's talking about.
Harder to be a coach than a player, is what he's saying.
Who had the harder job, him now or his brother on GE? We'll never know.
Fire Flamingo with the Prime. Appreciate the 5 months. Thanks so much.
They look quite similar, but...
Well, this map's certainly not
Platter,
handed to you
yeah, I had
on
to call them
a
up.
platter. A fruit platter, perhaps, and we'll be having plenty of those over the Stage 2 finals in Barcelona. If you'd like to join us there, scan that QR code and you can get your tickets. Our finals, last 3 days, we'll be there, and perhaps we'll see these teams there as well. We could see them both, certainly not out of the world, the possibility, but who's going to continue in that upper bracket for FUT? A map up, they can lock it in here and be just 1 win away. Team Liquid, they've got to battle back in the pistol, and it's a bit of a bloodbath, but looking favored to the defense to start.
Yeah, I mean, did they know their pistol was something? Why they got 3 plus in the stack
this
here?
Game goes, just the sheer level of pace is being thrown out. Yedajay under
Oh.
serious pressure, but again, looking to make a diamond level
How's
play.
he done all of that?
It leaves just 1 remaining, down to just Trex. His teammates
Mate, Yedajay's having
crushed.
such a banger game.
He's known for these moments.
Liquid even did like a perfect setup for what was going on.
Found themselves in a
Just one guy's
normally safe
annihilated
pair
him.
of hands, and even still some utility on the belt of Sociable to play with. Trex was expecting some sort of flank to come out. But it has never shown its face. The crossfire of players should make this impossible. He's got the expectation that Crystalli is here, but
He missed.
doing something about it is difficult. Stun even going to come through on the cross, and it's perfectly played by FUT. Yedajay, again, will be the hero of the round, and I'll be honest, I don't even know how he got out of that with 1.
Again, I think for FUT, under Sociable, it's been so nice to see this team have those moments, that tempered approach, where yes, they still
What is
have
that?
the aggression.
That lost 2
We
bullets
saw
as
it
well. That's
on
insane.
Haven, especially on the defense. So many rounds where Team Liquid were just tripped up at the starting block.
Go on then,
and the
son.
thing is,
Alright, nice try. Nice! Reach value.
So 4 isn't enough for Bambino. That's what we've learned.
the thing is,
Fast
FUT,
pistol for them, by the way.
Turkish
3-1 on the
in general,
pistols.
They were always known for having that aggressive style down, but the tempered approach, peeling back when the moment calls for it for FUT. It's worked out for a pistol.
I think they found the balance. That's the thing. They've got Sop and they've got Zeus, who are nutcases. But then you have
He was
players
so
like Yedajay,
early
who
at
I think
middle.
is a very safe pair of hands. Crystalli as well in those late round moments. And then Sociable, that's kind of the line between the two. He can do some of the most insane things you've ever seen.
Good shot.
But he can also be slow in the clutch. Nice shot from Sop. Losing man on one side of the map. I'm also just looking at, these are the insane things I'm talking about. Sociable's just walked through their spawn. By the way, he's one of the players with a rifle. He just
that's a
never
little-
stopped going. The second
little
he was
scary
walking
for them,
forward. He's
but-
got to be careful because there are other players on the map, and yeah, eventually
There
he's
goes the
going to be
rifle.
punished for it.
Kicks wants that rifle as well. They kind of have to defend it, but he stepped out a little bit too early. No rifle to be
Man,
picked
Sop
up.
is
Well,
doing
no
so
rifle
much
to be
work.
picked up by Liquid.
Stopping Yedajay looking
Instead,
great.
it finds its way into the hands of Sop. And Camo and Purpo, again, now it's a very achievable goal. Winning the round, sure, it's always the golden standard, but a couple kills, even one here, the cost will be felt. But Camo fails, or Purpo must succeed. The problem is that spike plant location is not kind to him. They still have a nade, a free resource to be thrown at this man. And it's already on first tap deployed. Nice and easy.
Okay, big buy round.
3 players alive, 3 rifles.
Run away from him now.
That's a big win to put them 8-6.
Yeah, a little bit of spice in the middle. Again, just not quick enough. It never seems to be whoever's jumping versus Sop, but yeah, this for me is mental. Like, you got your support player pushing through the spawn with a rifle. They get out of it scot-free. A couple of upgrades even being purchased up to make this 4 rifles and an SMG. Again, the main danger always seems to be Sop, and let's see how pace.
I think your Liquid with Scream would have had impact this season, mate. The only reason no IGL worked back then is because everyone was clueless.
Quite literally what FUT were hoping for. They have 5 players in mid.
It would work against certain teams,
no matter
but
where he stood, if he peeked
it
into that angle,
would fail all the time.
At least one of them. And moments later, Purpo's gone. The man advantage with FUT.
It's a great shot,
maybe
though.
not for long. Kill onto Zeus, damage onto Sop as well. He's down to 23. Just dodged a shock dart to stay alive. But
back.
yeah, Nat's going back in. There's a little bit crazy. And Trax might have
Probably
lost
the
his
best meta
mind.
it's been for it. That's true. Yeah, it's a good meta for it.
And they're even not crunching together right. One at a time from Team Liquid.
It's feeling
cerebral
done.
Gameplay that we speak about. Nowhere to
The
be
Breach
seen
has come out
early in half
victorious.
number 2.
Ah, yeah, we were singing their
Pistol
praises
into a
on the
bonus.
defensive side of Haven about how they were getting the gambles in, having those crossfires. That was so.
What are we doing? Yeah, they don't really fight well together here as well.
Directly after this round, because
Low
that
individual.
was so messy from them, and they had them trapped. They knew where they were. They knew the positions they were coming from, and they almost had everybody in the right place at the right time. But instead, they all decided.
TMV? Oh, bro, I might have to skip plat chat, man.
Slowed them down. He
Gonna be
peeks.
insufferable.
Trax, I guess tries to trade him, but
Really
a little bit late.
Yeah, really
so he's
late.
on his own, and it almost looks
He's gonna
like Trax
force
is
his way
also
on that
trying to keep the
episode.
fight going, so the guys come up behind, right?
Might have
If
to be
they're
sick that
canceling
day,
and going
actually.
Back in that direction, they'll turn a quick eye, and your boys will clean up. But then Camo's like 3 seconds behind on the flank, behind his teammate. I think Kix is around the corner. That just looked perplexing. And I really would not be surprised if a timeout is called, because when you see a round fall apart, there you go. Saw the timer on the screen, Team Liquid timeout. And you lose a round like that in a way that they just did at 9-6 on map 2, when you lost the lead in the first. Geez, I would not want to be sat in Liquid's comms right now.
You can see it here. There is no point in this round where they are taking 2 fights at once.
Yeah, it's a 1v1.
Weapon, for God's sake. Like, that's a double.
It's a good timeout. If they play like that, they'll just lose for sure.
And then swing on his own terms. Never should have happened.
Well, it is the pause. It is the.
I think Breach is bad. I think it's a very weak agent, yeah.
Mohan and Yaltsin to maybe get them back in check. Of course,
for
again,
sure better
we've seen
agents.
Liquid in both maps take early leads. Of course, this one was only half as big as the last, but it seems like then FUT just flip a switch, something ignites a flame, and they don't stop from that point onwards. At least in the last of it. Okay, they got the last couple of rounds. That's going to steady the ship a little bit, but I think losing a pistol they should have won.
Mr. Smock,
was alone
but
and on 30 HP.
thank you so much. Appreciate the prime. Thank you for the prime usage, mate. I think I said your name right.
The problems, but that round was very messy, and I think
Is this game changer opinion? Nah, it's more just like
something
they have
needs
the right
change,
stuff
otherwise
that'll
their
work
map choice,
first
the maps
time.
that their opponents haven't played.
Even the stuff that kind of failed a
currently
little bit was
2-0
actually not too bad.
versus
Like
KC
their
and
mid
Fnatic.
crunch. Their mid B
Expectation
crunch
was
on
that this was
defense.
their safety net after things slipped away. And well, Sop, a man who they completely shut out of half number 1, has been nothing.
What does
but
this mean for
fantastic
Heretics?
ever since.
He's
This is-
ran away
this
to
is-
join
if
his
FUT win
team,
this, it's a
thinking,
good
well,
outcome for
they're not gonna
Heretics.
Re-peek me on mid. The 2 people did. They were looking for him. Purpo and Kix won't find anyone home on mid and fall back to the B site with Nats. That leaves one man on his own.
The only
man
rifle.
with shields and a rifle. The man who hasn't been spotted and has given up a lot of ground, so he gets the jump on the first. No time to flash. He's got a swing. The
Double
stun
stun.
is perfect. It didn't do anything in the end, but because Cristalli was a little too quick on the trigger.
Displaced.
Sociable, hey, robbed of an assist though. The stats won't show his impact, and Mini's going to be harping on about the numbers, isn't he? But he missed the true impact there. Fear.
Yeah, I think they might have that already at this point.
In abundance.
I think Send 2G could be close. Yeah, I do think so.
Breach.
No, this is only a 3 versus 3. They've got to be careful. The time has been ticking a while. I think that's going to help them out the most. But a chance to make this costly.
I didn't think 2G looked that bad, to be honest.
Need to try and make
Senna definitely favorites,
I think they may be going down to the spike or not. It's going to be the fight for it. And in the end, FUT 10 rounds on the board now. Their first outing on Summit. It's looking like their first victory. And a chance to
they got robbed. Yeah, I had the hotel room got robbed. It's kind of crazy.
From Barcelona, but also putting them into an excellent spot in terms of the points.
What happened to M80? I don't know, man. I missed all the M80 games.
As well. Either way, after 4 rounds in a row, it was where we saw FUT break back and go on a streak. This time, it's an opportunity for Liquid to maybe do the same.
It's a tough game to watch, the M80 game, really.
Listen in to the team currently in the league.
Liquid go full retake ball over towards B. Wait, this is actually how I would play the map, just info Sensi.
Drop'u aldım.
Smoke çıkışına bakıyorum.
Plant'i versene bana.
Okan arkada
Yeto smoke'ların var mı default smoke'lar?
They're going very short. We need to wave it. We need to wave it ASAP. Go, I'm gonna flash.
I'm gonna one way triple.
Go. I'm waving already.
Reach is going main.
Walk out. Walk out.
Okay, walk out. Reach went main, guys.
Wall is over, boys. Maybe drop. I'm aiming left.
Guys, I want a TP triple with
one more drop. Raise drop.
I'm gonna TP triple.
Go. I wall your drop.
Wait on me.
Oh, the bridge full.
Play triple.
Ah be abi. Go get him.
Bring gas save, guys. Go save, bring gas.
So they can't really play like this. If you want to do retake over towards B, and again, this wall is like so fine, because you separate like this area, right? So you can pinch here, but first you need to get dropped, so it needs to be like, this needs to be stage 1, then stage 2 is clearing this as a pinch. But for this, they have to have Sova not going through middle. It needs to be like recon goes here or drone goes here. And then if that sees someone, then you have to use Phoenix, Molly, or Shock. It needs to be way more drilled than this. The Sova can't go middle, man. All that util just doesn't get used. Like, I don't mind them playing retake on B. I think it's you could do it pretty much every round. But if you don't have a methodical retake of like drop and then here, you're just gonna lose. But you stage 1, stage 2, 3, and then 4. Like, it is legit. They just need to have like better protocols for their retake for sure.
And again, it's looking direct.
Like, their rough idea is right, I think.
Replaying their move back. I think the defense have pushed up, expecting maybe a more all-in play, but the second they don't see that move, they're going to fall back, not wanting to fight for this middle control. Maybe even losing a little bit of the confidence, because I feel like we've seen them pressure and push.
You watch MV tomorrow? Is it the first game or the second game?
They've fallen all the way back after the initial contact on A.
Maybe feeling the fights a little
It's
bit
the first
better
game? Yeah, we watched that.
when they're through that elbow, but instead, FUT take this fight towards the B side. Another passive stance, kicks delaying with the paranoia, but Purpo missed a crucial shot. Now they're on him, and he's forced into main. We're waiting is Yedije. A beautiful stun from Sociable. Puts Purpo out of commission. Kicks, drips and falls, and Camo. Hot hands are going to get him one. With Sociable down.
Gonna say as all.
He might have a chance to get them back into this. The grab well is delaying him by a little bit. Ult down to half by the time he makes it to the site. But he's caught Zeus.
Yeah, very nice. The walkout. Walkout was strong.
And Team Liquid with a
At least they keep 3 alive on this. Zeus is 1 away from an ult. Their money's so good, man. They have to do this like 3 in a row.
It's the same again. Exactly the same as the last map. They look like they were in trouble, and Camo has brought them home around to like his patience with the ultimate. Because again, I think the initial usage of this run it back was just run as fast as you can through all of the utility, make loads of noise, be a distraction. But we've seen players a lot more being very patient, being slow, almost using the element of surprise. And him being able to clear all of these close corners, but also just pouncing perfectly at the last second to clear out Yedije. It's a round that Liquid desperately needed. But again, we saw this in the second half of the last map. They find a break and then
Where's the judge going on this?
Respond. This needs
Close
to
B?
be the beginning of a streak for Team Liquid.
4-round
Mate,
down.
every single round is like a different wall.
Ground to make up for the defensive side. Nats on A has gone for a very interesting wall indeed. Normally we see this more to compete for main, compete for mid. Instead, this is locking off that control for a retake, but he sat on site. He's surrounded!
Guy got
Didn't even
owned,
see
man.
Sop coming. The shot
Dude, look at
landed
Sop.
onto
He's just
Trex
disrupting
with a deep
everything.
run through. Trex had
He's
no
rapping so
idea
fast
what was
on
coming
Nats here
his
as
way.
well.
And that Hunter
There's just
has
no
to be
hesitation on a
furious
Neon.
with the old falling flat foot, Miles in the lead. Even a
They gotta
siege
save.
insult to injury.
Not the judge,
Liquid
but they
might
gotta save the
almost
other
have
two
to
guns.
consider a save, but they need this round.
They're in trouble.
It's gonna lose, gotta accept it.
Trouble. And even if they get one, it's traded. A 2v. It seems impossible.
go.
Yeah, I thought they'd save, as you said, like when it was 3, but now they're boxed in. Because you best believe that Sociable isn't going to stop pushing. You best believe there aren't other players running around. Look at the way Sop's just sprinting around
Sop,
the entirety
nah, he's
of
so
the map.
good,
They
man.
are trying to
Just
lock
a no
them
hesitation.
into these positions. There is no escape from this
That's all the
spot.
guns.
Well, Purpo's going to try and dance for his life, but he will not survive. FUT, one away from continuing in that upper bracket.
Gonna have
And
to be
as said,
lower
it could
bracket.
not afford to be just a one and done for Liquid. But with this man in this kind of form, I'll say it again, I'll be a broken record. He had 2 kills in the first half of the first map, and ever since then, he's been the best player in the server.
Yeah, it was crazy how fast he's on them, completely catching multiple players off guard. A great little detail at the end as Sociable sets up the stun instead of the swing so that Zeus can go for the fight. Sure, he dies, but who cares? They're at 12-7, and now they've got a showstopper.
Okay, 5 goes at it.
But the shot doesn't land.
Ooh,
Purple
that's a
with
nice
kicks,
updraft there.
answer right back. They might not have much to play with, but what little they do has given an advantage.
They tried to end it
The
fast on the
Bladestorm
rush.
still online, rifles across the board, and kicks the man with the weaker weapon. Well, I think he just walked over a rifle. Indeed, Purpo took it, just gifted it over.
Yeah, I'll have a Bladestorm and a rifle, and you can keep your Stinger. Doesn't seem very fair. Even still, though, FUT are not giving up on this B site. Well, the Liquid players have got to be careful. I think Purpo's just got the information they needed. A difficult fight back in, but it has to be said, FUT have won tougher rounds than this. But with 4 players and a flank basically holding them in. Going back
40 seconds
would have immense risks about it because they'll have to do it
it's
quickly.
worth them dying
And I
just
think
so they
they'll
get
have
closer to their
know,
ults.
Yeah, look at all the angles are being checked, except this
30
one.
seconds left.
Yeah, I think it's the first time I've seen someone in that
No,
position.
I was gonna
so
say,
I'm not
it's the first
surprised
time I've seen someone
that
actually like
they're
on top of the
surprised
box.
by it. An in-zone flawless from Team Liquid is one way to answer. FUT tried to say, let's end it now. Right off barrier up, they're in with the showstopper that they farmed up at the end of the last round. This was an intentional, disrespectful close to the game, but they've been denied. Team Liquid, 4 rounds in a row. They have done stranger. In fact, they started off this map with that. They started off the previous with 8.
30 seconds left. 30 seconds left. One enemy remains.
The other thing I'll say is this was a very different round to what FUT have normally ran because of that showstopper.
On top of the
because
box is a
direct
prime
approach.
spot for the Summit deathmatch.
Now Liquid have to
Dude,
prove
this
that they
map
can
must be
beat what has
awful for
been working.
deathmatch. Do you spawn like in this area?
Rolling Thunder. Viper's Pit online for Nats, but again,
I feel like this is the
finding
kind of map where they
position
should
to
just
use it.
half the map.
Mark the operator. A bullet.
I just quit. Yeah,
Keep
honestly,
that
I think
away.
that probably is the right
It's
move.
something that I think Liquid are going to have to be more than aware of. But again, they've been quite passive on this defense, sitting back, waiting for their opponents to take some control, and giving this
And people shoot the
much
doors.
space to FUT definitely has its risks about it.
And people shoot the
We're even gonna
doors.
start
You have
walking
to run
up,
around for 20
expecting
seconds
something to
before
be
you get
here.
an
It's
aim
whether or
duel.
not they can win this fight. First shot, stun, but Trex does escape around the corner, has a teammate for support, but even still, trade coming in from Crystalli. Kicks is fighting for his life on that side, but he's fighting well! 4 kills!
That's
He should have
nuts.
been dead long ago!
Are they going to stop believing? Because that was
But he
insane.
has given Liquid a lifeline. Spike on the ground. He's not hunting for that ace, but he might just be gifted it. Sociable looking to wrap the corner, and Kicks, he can't quite close it. But his teammate will
Dude,
a moment
what a
later.
banger, mate. Absolute shots.
They've weathered the storm. The first of many to come. A standard round from FUT. Trex pushed back, dodging that opening shot. Kicks was
Goes down to 7 bullets.
Trade, but then getting out 7 bullets left.
Oh,
and he takes
my.
3 kills from that point. 7 shots and his position known.
Dude, it's
But it
so
makes
slug
no
there.
difference to this man. A lifeline indeed. Liquid were on their last legs. They refused to falter. 3 more. And FUT feel the pressure.
That was just perfect crosshair placement. Knowing that a player would run out of their smoke, reading it, and then correcting back a second later.
Bacon taught him that one, yeah.
Is insane under that kind of pressure.
And already half HP from the initial battle, so like there should have
Yeah,
been no
honestly,
way
if
that
you're an
Kicks
absolute
survived that.
savage,
And okay, he dies
I feel
in the
like you
end,
spawn into this as a deathmatch. Before you
another
leave,
round
you
that
quickly
slips
break all
through
the
the
doors
fingers
and
of
then you
FUT.
leave.
or the toes.
And that way you ensure that no one has
Right
any
away.
fun.
We're now going to look at their purchase. Ultimates, a lot of them very close.
They got to change deathmatch a little somehow,
The
surely.
fact is the weaponry unlikely to be here. Even still, though, you look at these sort of buys coming up for.
That's
FUT,
what
you
I
go,
do every
feel
time.
like
That's
they could
messed
close
up,
it
man.
here.
I can get on board with that, though.
Well,
The wizard
I look
sheet.
at any
Appreciate
kind
the
of
tier
buy
1. Appreciate the 18
that
mums.
Sop's involved in, even if it says he invested 0 credits, the classic in his hands is terrifying. It's more about the pace, his positioning.
Why did your brain instantly go on how to ruin other people's days? Dude, that's what you got to do in games. That's why you play games. That's why I can't get on board with the one-player games. The only person's day I'm ruining is mine.
A whole lot better than a classic, and of course that biggest investment goes on to this man. If things start to go right, Cristalli and Yedije could have their ultis. There's already a rolling thunder there. An opening pick is much more dangerous than it might look. If FUT find a reason to invest into this round, they could take over.
They go for the same route as the last round, but this time doubling back. Nats is, again, sort of setting
good
up
bait.
the bait. And the bait. Oh,
Mate.
oh, it's triggered
Oh,
discipline,
you got to
but
get
even
2 if
still,
you baiting
he
like
saw
that.
Nats
Okay.
down the river. He was willing to let
Yeah,
his leader
you got to get
die
2 if you bait like
so
that.
he could
I was
get
worried
those
from there.
kills. I guess in his mind, a worthwhile trade.
Some of you will die. A price he's more than willing to pay. Of course, Nats would be the king of this castle. There's been a revolution. For Team Liquid, a 10th round, that's what they need, and it looks like they've done the work. Sheriffs are dangerous in the hands of FUT, but with Sociable down to 2 HP, and Yedije deep in the Molotov.
30 seconds left.
Seems like all the danger is out of this round. And if Sociable goes on to win this one, they'll never live it down, but I wouldn't back him.
No, they don't even need to push. And
Is that a Shrek reference? Yeah, I think so.
On the other side of the stage, Camo going to make sure that that doesn't go anywhere. A trap setup of sorts, although I do think that Nats was expecting it to kill him before he got around that corner.
Yeah, he probably didn't expect that much.
Did he type bait? Right here, this one? Yeah, this is actually me in the show match right there.
Got 2. So
I got
Just
mine.
watching Bose to go
I
in.
got mine and yours. I got yours as well for you, in case you didn't know.
Who's Daniel C with the Prime? Appreciate the 8 mums. Thank you so much. Thank you.
For Team Liquid, well, deciding when to put that in is going to be important. They have a Viper's Pit to play with as well.
Oh, that was
2
definitely the kind of
more
level of
rounds.
bait
A
that I
loss
was in
here
for
sends
the
them
show
into the
match.
lowers.
We always talk about the Liquid lower bracket runs, so
Okay, I mean, the retake last time wasn't great, man, so I think Camo actually needs to get a couple of kills here. I will do it. Kicks is a little committed.
And no one lost on the other side. Kicks is also going walkabouts. A freebie on social.
He's done incredible.
Well.
Mate,
You throw in that run
five goals did it into
and it feels
one.
like we say in zone flawless almost every single time.
Got him sweating a
No one
bit.
dying on the Liquid side. From the clutches of
Fade
defeat,
all.
they are now just one away
Astra
from
all
taking
gone.
us to OT.
An in-zone flawless to get
Fionix, thank you so much for the 6 months.
within 1 of overtime. Really nice use of that run it back, you said.
I feel you on that,
Flash,
mate.
first of all, completely blind Sop, but it's the fact that he's not the only one taking that space. Kicks walks with him, staggered, a little bit behind. And it's enough to get him into that smoke. They see the run it back fade and think, okay, well, now we just
And
have
it
to
comes
worry about
down
the
to the
second
breach
wave.
shot.
But they don't know
Oh
about
no, not the
man
breach
flying
shot.
under the radar.
Xavier with the
who
prime protect,
surfaces at
23
just
mums.
the right moment. 12 to 11. One more for Liquid. That 4 rounds in a row. It's brought
Isn't
them
Orton
here.
like this the same issue as Power? You definitely got to take back a side
For
bacon,
FUT,
yeah.
Only the Rolling Thunder really to work
If you're using this many ults into it, they want to at least be having all of this.
It's Camo that's in danger. Rolling
To
Thunder
just have this for double ults is not enough, yeah.
Camo has no escape from this. He needs to
No, not the breach ult, man.
They did it just to kill one man. That
They
one
saw
man
him.
for them felt like a worthwhile trade, and they spotted a second man.
Oh.
Sops only.
Breach ult into a neon ult, man. It's so done.
Spike planted.
Maybe the fake comeback for Liquid. They need to win a 3v5. Now Sop's low. Zeus is low. No ultimates
Trex, mate,
to play
you
with on
gotta
one side,
gotta
Viper's
use your
pit on
util
the
for
other,
drop.
But they still have utility to delay, to slow. And they're gonna
If
have to wait
Recon
that
gets
out.
shot, then you shock.
Getting the slow here as well to make use of Sop's low HP. He's gone around in the flank. He'll be coming through mid, and Liquid need to be quick. The Viper's pit put through,
Viper's
making
pit kind of cuts it off.
But everything
Yeah, it's
being
done.
watched still. The pit, it won't cover that much space. It
Damn,
makes it
hit him with a
difficult to
2-0.
defuse. They need the picks and none
Hit
of
him with a
them.
2-0.
And in zone flawless for 13.
Liquid's
to
gotta go
11.
lower
A
bracket.
fantastic season from FUT and the cherry on top.
They play
They're
SGE, I
now
think,
just
right?
one away from our live